Hello, here we are with Inkto and B done, and we are left with ER for the last 7 days of this Inktober Tangles challenge. I'm going to move all of these away because we are focusing on this style with the tangle number 27. No, it's tangle number 25 in Inktober Tangles challenge, and I'm Anica Gabro. It's a CZT from Croatia. So this is where we will tangle. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate these moments of calm and creativity. And I'm starting with the 4 dots. The first thing that we draw on our tile. I have this E, but this is an exception. I'm drawing a border by connecting those dots. And then I might do a string of sorts that I will decide if I will use or not. But let's see, today's tangle is Zentangle Inc by Zentangle headquarters. Yeah, Zentangle headquarters. And I'm going to start with the white jelly rolls. So just a little deviation of what I usually do. I think I will place it in one of the corners. I'm now thinking whether I should go outside of the border or not. I think for now I will stick inside. So I'm starting with this zigzag line. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a nice zigzag line with all the same zigzags. In fact, I'm making it look a little bit crazy. This is what we say in Zentangle, crazy shapes when they are not regular. And then I'm going to connect these tops of the triangles with around the middle of the line below it. So it's not the top of a triangle because it's not a triangle. It's it has only 2 sides, right? But anyway, I'm going from this corner. Yeah, that's the right word. From the corner towards more or less the middle of the line. And from this corner to the middle of the line. Oh, from this corner to the middle of the line like this. So I'm always doing it same direction. And then I'm going to rotate the tile, and I will do the same in the opposite direction, going from the top to around the corner of the tile. I don't know why I'm doing this with a white pen, but okay. I had an idea in my mind when I saw the tangle, but I think that according to that idea, I should have switched to another pen at this point, but I haven't. Anyway, I'm rolling with it. If you have been with me for a while, then you know that I don't mind surprising myself. I don't mind any oopsies. I just roll with whatever happens. So now we have the next step, which is just to embellish this any way we want. And I'm thinking about, because I have these white lines now, it is what it is. I think I'm going to add lines with my black pen right below the top line. So sometimes I will have like 2 lines in my triangle, and you can see because I'm now marking all of those triangles that are rotated in the same way, or at least similar. So you can see that we have this bottom part, the bottom side that's almost like horizontal. And then we have the rest of the triangles that have the top horizontal side. So these two. And then we have the remaining two which have kind of a vertical side, at least one of them. And what I did was added a line. It's even not an oral line because it's a line that's really glued to those white lines that I previously drew. I think I'm going to maybe go in with my white pen again, just to give some more oomph, some more strength, some more power, some more boldness, brightness, or whatever you would like to call it, to some of these white lines. So I really want to have bright white lines. If you have gone over some of these white lines with your black line, that's fine, because you just go back and you can retrace them. And then I will use my graphite pencil to add shade. And I can do the same that I did before, first adding shades to those similar triangles with the corners pointing towards the top, and then to those with the almost horizontal lines turned towards the top of the tile. So this is basically what I teach in my Zen bossing class, except the order is not totally the same. As I was improvising here, it's not like I was trying to teach a specific technique or method. In fact, I forgot to switch to another pen, so I just let things evolve in whatever direction they took me, and this is where they took me. You could easily treat these triangles that are formed inside ink this way as any other triangular format, and just add to those fragments whatever, or to those sections any fragments that you like triangular fragments from the primer book or from the Reticular Fragments book by Zentangle, or many other triangular fragments or tangles that we use in our daily tangling practice. There are no rules. You can do this however you want. But yeah, I did it like this, and now I will think about maybe adding something more, but I'm not sure if I will do it or not. I took my blending stump again to just maybe blend some of these shades a little bit better, because I see that I have tiny gaps between my black lines and my graphite, and I don't want that. So that's what I'm doing. And anywhere, if I can see that I have muted my white lines with the graphite or with the black pen, I'm just going to retrace those white lines with the white jelly roll again, because I want my white lines to be bright. And I think that's where I will stop today. I started off this tile with quite small tangling, which is not typical for me, but I can always come back to this tangle after I add some more during the next day. So now I'm going to finish for today, and then I will see if I want to come back to the same tangle in the upcoming days. But maybe because it was such a short session, I can play a little bit with my letter here and add some highlights and shades to it. And as always, I'm trying to make it look 3D by adding those highlights to the top of the shape, in this case a letter, and the shades to the bottom of it. I'm blending the highlights with the blending stump. You know, if you are very precise with applying them, you don't have to. You can just skip that part. You don't have to blend. And then I'm adding some white gel, but because I have the blue watercolor or water-based marker in the background, it's actually picking this blue pigment from the background. So this will not be white, bright white, it will be light blue. And I think I'm done with it now. I can maybe finish today's session, and I will be back with you tomorrow. Thanks for tangling with me. It's a weird start of a new tile with a tangle that's not one of my favorites, but we will see what the next few days bring, and I'm sure whatever we create, it will be satisfying and joyful, which is the most important thing. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.